Hello and welcome back, children, to my English channel. And we were doing message writing. I wish you're all fine and safe in your house. So, children, what topic we were doing in writing session? We were doing message writing. I told you there are two type of writing are there. One is short composition and the other is long composition. So message writing short composition is of 50 words and long composition is of children 125 to 150 words. So message writing is a, a long composition, sorry, short composition. It is written in about 50 words only. So the purpose of writing a message is to give information or news to a person who is not present. So what is the purpose of writing the message? To give the information or news to a person who is not present. This is usually written on the basis of conversation between two or more people. In the examination, children, you will be given telephonic conversation, and on the basis of this telephonic conversation, you have to write the message. Usually this is a telephonic conversation, but not necessarily. Okay. So now, children, I would like to tell you what is a message. So first of all, a message is a piece of information, news, or a request for someone. Messages are of two type. One is verbal, okay, like verbal message which we give, like in the school, and sometimes written message. Written message also come from the school. Okay, telephonic is the quickest way of sending verbal message. So children, telephonic or cell phone, I mean your Android phone, they are the quickest way of sending verbal message. But sometimes the person for whom the message is meant is not at hand and someone else has to receive it. The receiver may also have to leave the place after some time, so he or she writes the message briefly but clearly and compactly for the person for whom it is meant. Now, children, what is a characteristic of good message? When we write message writing, first of all, we see who has rang up or who is sending the message, and who did the caller ask her. That means for whom the message is being sent, what did the caller ask for, what the caller really wanted from you, which type of message he wanted to give you, like when to meet or when to come, when he is expecting someone to come or go, where to wait, or what to bring. So these are some of the common messages, or whom to contact. Okay, so children, an important guideline for the message, a message is always having a particular format. Okay, date and time is mentioned in that particular format, and children, you have to mention recipient, you have to give the brief salutation that who is for whom the message is sent. So salutation and signatory should be there in message writing. Then children, we should not write message in not more than 50 words. 50 words should be there. If you will write less, then also your marks will cut, and if you will write more, then also your marks will be cut. So include only the important points. Now I will write the format of a message writing. So what is the format? You have to draw a box. In the center you will write message, then date, time, message in 50 words, of course we cannot forget salutation, format of a message writing, you have to draw a rectangular box, student. You have to leave one line. First line you have to write message in the center. You have to write date, you have to write time, and then children, after writing the date, how you will write the date, that also I will be telling you. Suppose if you have to write 18 June, okay, so you will write 18 June small comma 2021. So in this way children, you are going to write the date. Okay, now time is very important. You have to choose according to the atmosphere. You have to choose according to the need of an hour. Okay, then salutation, you have to write the name of that person who is really supposed to get the real message. Okay, that means who is the person who was not present at the time of the message. And children, in salutation you will write the name of the person who received the message. Then message you have to write in the third form, in indirect speech, in 50 words. And here children, you have to write signatory. In signatory you have to see one thing. You have to write the name of the person who is who is giving the message. Okay, so salutation, the receiver of the message, and signatory, the person who gives the message or who leaves the message for that person who is not present at the time of message writing. So this you have to see. Now children, I am going to read one telephonic conversation and see how it is done. Okay, so listen the question carefully. Read the following telephonic conversation between Varun and Varsha. So two people are there. One is Varun and the other is Varsha. Now children, after speaking to Varun, she write a message for her father. So once again I read the following telephonic conversation between Varun and Varsha. After speaking to Varun, she write a message for her father. Write the message in not more than 50 words. Put the message in a box. Now children, first of all, what is a telephonic conversation? So generally children, first of all, in telephonic conversation only two persons will be involved. So here who are the two persons who are speaking on a phone with each other? So it is Varun and it is Varsha. So these two are the person who are children having telephonic conversation. And children, when we write telephonic conversation, you have to see two things. Like after writing Varun, you have to put colon. Colon is two dot. Okay, one above the other. This is a colon. This is a colon. So, and you have to, after writing colon, you have to write the dialogues of Varun. So Varun, hello, is it 23585069? Varsha, yes it is. May I know who is calling? Varun, I am Varun Jain from Bhopal. Could I speak to Mr. Arun Jain, my brother-in-law? Varsha, good morning uncle. I am Varsha. I am sorry, daddy is not at home. In fact, he left for morning walk barely 5 minutes ago and may not return for an hour or so. So children, Varsha is a daughter of Mr. Arun Jain and Varun is a brother of Mr. Arun Jain. Okay, so children, here three persons are there. Mr. Arun, for whom the message has come, who wanted to give the message, it was Mr. Varun, who is a brother of Mr. Arun. And Varsha is a daughter of Mr. Arun. She had a telephonic conversation with her uncle, Mr. Varun. So Mr. Varun is telling, hello, is it this number? Varsha is telling, yes, it is. May I know who is calling? Varun. I am Varun Jain from Bhopal. Could I speak to Mr. Arun Jain, my brother-in-law? Varsha, good morning, uncle. I am Varsha. I am sorry, daddy is not at home. In fact, he left for morning walk barely 5 minutes ago and may not return for an hour. Varun, I had an important message to convey to him. Could you please convey it? Varsha, of course, uncle. I am going to school, but I will leave a message for him. Varun, tell him that the deal for sale of land has been finalized. So what was this? Is a real message. In the question, you have to see which line is the most important line, and from which line we have to give the message. So from this line you have to give the message. Tell him that the deal for sale of land has been finalized. He must come to Bhopal on 23rd morning to sign it and get the money. Tell him that the deal for sale of land has been finalized. He must come to Bhopal on 23rd morning to sign it and get the money. Varsha, I will do that. Thank you for calling. Now children, here you have to see there are three people are there. Varun is Mr. Varun, whose brother-in-law is Mr. Arun. Okay, and he wanted to give message to Mr. Arun, who is not there when he want to give the message. He has gone for morning walk, and children, on his behalf, his daughter Varsha, she picks up the phone of Mr. Arun and she talks to her uncle. Now he tell, I want to talk to your father. Varsha tell he has gone for morning walk, and so he told Varsha that he would like to send a message. Could you please convey him? Varsha told, yes, as I am leaving for school. This is also important point, as she was leaving for school, because from here you have to write the time. The school is always in the morning. You cannot write PM. You only have to write AM. So this is also important. So Varsha told, I am leaving for school, but I will write a message for him. Now Mr. Varun, he speaks. Tell him that the deal for sale of land has been finalized. He must come to Bhopal on 23rd morning to sign it and get the money. Okay, I will do that. Thank you for calling. Alright. So children, now message writing. The important line is that Varsha is leaving for school. So time, children, we know is morning time. So you have to write the time in AM. Then you know, children, for whom the message has come. So the message has come for Varsha father. Okay. So in salutation, you have to write the name of Varsha's father, Mr. Arun. Then after writing the message, children, okay, you have to see who is the signatory, who is supposed to give the message. So it is Varsha. And who has sent the message? Varun, Mr. Varun. So that is the main message. Okay. So that you have to write. So what you will do, children, as per the children format, this is the format of the message, date and time, salutation, message in 50 words, and then signatory. So now you have to write the message according to the format. So what is a format, children? First you have to line A, you have to draw a rectangular. Then you have to write message, and then time, no, today date is, suppose you have any date you can write, any date. Okay, you can write here 9 September 2021. What is the date? You can write it here in this manner. Then since she has to go to school, so you can write 6:30 AM. Okay, so and then now you will start your message. Now salutation, it is her father, so you can write here daddy. Okay, in salutation, and then you will say Uncle Varun called from Bhopal. Uncle Varun called for the first time, children. What you have to write? You have to write the name of the person who is giving the message. The initial line of the message should be this only. Uncle Varun called from Bhopal to say that the sale of the land has been finalized. You must go to Bhopal on 23rd morning. To sign it and get the money. Okay, so what message you have write? Uncle Varun called from Bhopal to say that the sale of the land has been finalized. You must go to Bhopal on 23rd morning to sign it and get the money. Okay, now children, now who is writing the message? So it is Varsha who is writing the message. So in secondary, what you will write? I will write it here, Varsha. This you will write it here. Okay. So now, children, I know, children, you know that here Uncle Varun called from Bhopal to say that the sale of the land has been finalized. You must go to Bhopal on 23rd morning to sign it and get the money. Okay. So children, you can see how I have written the message. Okay. Always remember, children, in the salutation you will write the name of that person for whom the message has to be given, and signatory here you have to write the name of the person for whom the message has come. Okay, that means who is going to write the message. So this you have to see. All right. And then you have to write the format. According to the format you will be writing your message. Okay. Children, we will do one more message writing, and I will be reading the question for you. You have to hear carefully, and then first we will discuss, and then again we will write the message. So read the following telephonic conversation. Now children, again there is a telephonic conversation between Rohit and Anju, a friend of his sister Pooja. Since he was going out immediately, and afterwards he left a message for Pooja. So children, there is a telephonic conversation between Rohit and Anju, a friend of his sister Pooja. Since he was going out immediately afterward, he left a message for Pooja. Read the conversation and write out the message in not more than 50 words. Put the message in a box. So children, now I am going to read the telephonic conversation between Anju and Pooja. Rohit. Now Anju is speaking to Rohit. She is telling, hello, is it 21907234? Rohit. Yes, it is. I am Rohit. May I know who is calling? Anju. I am Anju, Pooja's friend. Could I please talk to her? Rohit. Sorry Anju, Pooja has just left for the temple with mother and will be there for half an hour or so. Anju. Well, I had to tell her something important and urgent. Rohit. In case it is not something personal and confidential, you may tell me. I am her elder brother. I will pass on your message to her. Anju. Oh, not at all. Tell her that I have completed the project. I will bring the material to your house at about 9 and then proceed to school. Ask her to wait for me. Daddy will drop us at school. Rohit. I am leaving for the gym shortly, but I will convey your message to her in writing. Anything else? Anju. No thanks, bye. Rohit, you're welcome. Now children, once again I will read the message, but before reading I want to tell you few things. Children, here two friends are there, Anju and Pooja is there. Okay. Anju rings to Pooja and she wanted to say some message to she wanted to give to Pooja. So she rings to Pooja, but Pooja has left for the temple, leaving her mobile phone at her home. And on behalf of Pooja, it is her elder brother Rohit who received the message. Okay. So what Rohit is telling? Rohit is telling, Anju, I am Anju, Pooja's friend. Could I please talk to her? Rohit told, sorry, Anju is not here at home. She has left for the temple with her mother. Anju say, I want to tell her something important and urgent. And Rohit is telling back that if it is not personal, if it is not confidential, you can tell to me. I will pass your message to her. I am her elder brother. Anju, she tells, okay. Children, she tells him, I've completed the project. I will bring the material to your house at about 9 and then proceed to school. Ask her to wait for me. Daddy will drop us at school. Rohit, I'm leaving for gym, but I will convey your message to her in writing. Anything else? Anju said, no, thanks you. Bye. So children, this is the question. This is the full scenario. Now once again I read the question and then you can pick up the lines which are very important, and you also see who must be the signatory, who must be the person who is doing the salutation, in the name of the salutation to whom you will write in place of salutation. So once again I read the question. Read the following telephonic conversation between Rohit and Anju, a friend of his sister Pooja. Since he was going out immediately afterwards, he left a message for Pooja. Read the conversation and write out the message in not more than 50 words. Put the message in a box. So children, Anju is telling, hello, is it 2190723 Rohit? Yes, it is. I am Rohit. May I know who is calling? Anju. I'm Anju, Pooja's friend. Could I please talk to her? Sorry, Anju. Pooja has just left for the temple with mom and will be there for half an hour or so. Anju. Well, I had to tell her something important and urgent, Rohit. In case it is not something personal and confidential, you may tell me. I am her elder brother. I will pass on your message to her. Anju, oh, not at all. Tell her that I have completed the project. I will bring the material to your house at about 9 and then proceed to school. Ask her to wait for me. Daddy will drop us at school. I am leaving for the gym shortly, but I will convey your message to her in writing. Anything else? No thanks, bye. You are welcome. Okay. So student, now I am going to write the message. Okay. Now I am going to write the message. So children, now I am going to write the message. Okay. All right. Yes. So children, first of all, what you will write here? You will write here message. Okay. And children, you will write the date here. What is the any date you can write? 0, time you will write, children. He is going for gym, his brother, so it can be either morning or evening. So you can write, and it was morning time because children, she told that I will be coming for the, we will be going to the school from your house. So definitely it is the morning time. So here what you will write, you can write, okay. So you have to draw the line, write message in the center with the capital letter. Date you can write like this. Time you will write, and then children you will write who is the person who is supposed to get the message. So it is Pooja who is supposed to get the message. So here you will write Pooja. Okay. So salutation is Pooja. Then now you will start your message with who called. First of all, who called and why. So your friend Anju called to inform. Now you will write your message. Your friend Anju called to inform. Your friend Anju called to inform that she had completed the project and would bring the material to our house at 9 a.m. She has asked you to wait for her. She had asked you to wait for her. Her father would drop you both. Her father would drop you to the school. Here you will write Rohit and close the box. Okay, so you can see, children. Okay, once again I read. You have to draw the box, you have to write the message in the center, write the date, the way you will write the date in the letter, then you have to write 7 a.m. Pooja, your friend Anju called to inform that she had completed the project and would bring the material to our house at 9 a.m. She had asked you to wait for her. Her father would drop you to the school. And children, here signatory is Rohit. Signatory is Rohit. Okay. So you children, you can see in message writing, children, we have to write message in the center. Children, especially I'm telling you, and I will be telling you again and again, you have to see the date. Like here she told, her friend told that she will come to her house to give the project and then we will go to school. So children, it is understood that the time she must have given the message to Rohit is the morning time. Okay, that's why I have written here 7 a.m. Alright, generally at 7 school timing for children is generally 7:30 to 7:40. Okay, so you have to see all this thing. Now, children, read the following telephonic one more. I will be doing verbally with you. Read the following telephonic conversation between Rohit and Varun, a friend of his younger brother Mohit. Since Rohit was going out immediately afterward, He left a message for his brother. Read the conversation and write out the message in not more than 50 words. Put the message in a box. So let's see what is the conversation between Varun and Rohit. Hello, this is Varun speaking. Could I speak to Mohit? Rohit, I'm afraid he is not at home, Mr. Varun. Varun, when is he likely to come back? Rohit, in about an hour or so. Could I give him your message? Varun, yes, please could you tell him that I won't be able to make it today. I was supposed to come at 5 p.m. today. However, I can come at 6 p.m. tomorrow. If that is inconvenient, he should call me at home after 8 at night today to fix another time. Will you please see that he gets the message? Rohit, okay, I will. So children, here again you have to draw a box. You have to write the message in the center. Then you have to write date. Okay, and then draw time. Here you can write 4:50 p.m. And then what you will write in the salutation? You will write in the salutation, Mohit. Your friend Varun called to say he won't be able to come at 5 p.m. today, but he could make it at 6 p.m. tomorrow. If tomorrow is inconvenient to you, call him tonight after 8 at his house and fix another time. Rohit. Okay. So children, this is there. And you can see student, right? You can see here that Varun, children, he Mohit gets the message by Rohit, and you can see, you have to see children what timing should be there, and what children, who is the person whose name will be written in the salutation. That means for who is the person for whom the message will be sent. Then signatory, who is the person who is going to give you the message. So this all you have to see. Okay, and of course children, you will start your message writing like your friend has rang to say. In such a way you will write your message. So children, with this I conclude my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Goodbye.